Good morning guys, Sam with Fun Sport. Hope you're keeping well at home, and we are moving on to our next week of our online PE lesson. Today's lesson is going to be looking at cricket skills. If we were in school, we will be looking at batting. Batting at home is quite a challenge, and if you haven't got anyone to bat with, it is also quite a challenge. So we'll be adapting some activities. If you have got a cricket bat and some brothers or sisters or a mum or dad that can play with you, then we'll give you a few examples. But if it's just you, like me on my own, I will give you some examples as well, so you guys can also take part. Now the warm-up today is a game called Heart Smart. Okay, so we're going to be quickly recapping on where the heart is, the size of the heart and what the heart does. I'm then going to give you guys some examples of what could be good for the heart to strengthen it, and what might be not so good for the heart that could weaken it. You guys will then have to decide whether you think that it's good for the heart or not, and then there'll be a little challenge, an extra challenge linked to that. Okay, so questions for you guys. Where is the heart? So if you can point to your heart, okay, if you can try and feel your heartbeat, that'd be great. Have a go at that now. Good job. If you manage to locate your heart in your chest, the left side of your chest, this is where your heart is. Okay, so just underneath my MS Sport badge is around about where my heart is. And does anyone know what size the heart is? Have a guess now. Good. And if you guessed it was around the size of a fist, then you wouldn't be far wrong. So this is where my heart is, okay, and around about the size of my fist. Next question. What does it do? What's the function of the heart? Have a little guess. You don't know? Hopefully lots of you should know and do know. Yep, well done. If you said the heart's job is to pump blood around the body, you would be correct. And my next question to you guys at home is what sort of things strengthen the heart? What makes it stronger? Some examples. So I'll give you some examples if you haven't said any already. Jumping, swimming, jogging are examples of things that strengthen the heart. And what might weaken the heart? What might make the heart a bit weaker if we continually do these things? Inactivity, so not being active throughout the day can weaken the heart. Smoking is no good for your heart, and an unhealthy diet isn't great for your heart either. Okay guys, so now we've hopefully understood what strengthens the heart and what doesn't strengthen the heart. We're going to play a little game. So I'm going to say an example, and I'll give you the first one. The first one I'm going to say is riding a bike. So if you think riding a bike is good and strengthens your heart, then we're going to be doing star jumps. Okay, so if you think it's good, I want to see 10 star jumps. Okay? If star jumps are too easy for you, then have a go at a tuck jump for these challenges. So a tuck jump is when we have feet slightly apart, we bend those knees, and we lift up and down. So that will be one. Okay? If you think it's not so good for the heart, so let me give you an example, eating pizza. So eating pizza over a long period of time, lots of pizzas, isn't great for your heart. So this one means squats. Okay, so if you think it's not good for your heart, it's 10 squats. So from here, 1, 2, and if squats are too easy, have a go at squat jumps, which is very similar. We bend down, this time we jump up, so our feet are off the ground. Okay guys, so I'm going to say an example. You guys are going to say whether it strengthens or weakens, and then you're going to do the activity linked to that. Okay, so I will say the example, I'll give you a few seconds to decide, and then I'll also join in with you to see whether I think it strengthens or weakens the heart. Okay, so find space, make sure you're in a nice safe space, you don't want to trip over anything, and we've done riding the bike, so riding the bike is good for your heart. Okay, so let's do a little warm up, let's do 10 jumps together. So I'm choosing star jumps today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, next example, eating pizza. Okay, we've given that one as well, given 2 away already. So eating pizza is not great for your heart, so I'm going to do squat jumps today. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, well done if you don't do jumps at home. Moving on to the next example, watching TV. So, is watching TV good and strengthens your heart, or does it weaken your heart? Have a little think about it and start your jumps, okay? So I know it's not great for your heart watching loads of TV, so I'm going to be doing my jumps again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Okay, moving on. So the next example is dancing. Okay, dancing. So dancing is good for your heart. So we should be doing 10 star jumps or tuck jumps. Or as we are doing dancing, example dancing, if you want to show off your favourite dance moves, now's a good time. And 10. Good. Okay, moving on to roller skating. Good or bad for your heart? Yeah, good. If you said it was good, you are correct. So it's 10 more star jumps. Let's go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. How many more have we got? 1, 2, 3 more to go, guys. 3 more to go to warm up. Eating lots of fruit and veg. Good for your heart or bad for your heart? Have a little think now. This should be quite an easy one. It is good for your heart, so that's 10 star jumps or 10 tuck jumps. I'm going to go for the harder ones this time. Tuck jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Those tuck jumps are hard, guys. Well done if you're keeping up with me. Okay, so next example, taking the lift. So, in the shops, taking the lift, is that good or bad for your heart? Does it strengthen or weaken your heart? So it's not overly active, so it wouldn't strengthen it too much. So that would be another 10. Sorry about that, guys. I thought the video stopped. It hasn't. We're okay. Okay, so taking the lift. Sorry, yeah. So not great for your heart. So that's another 10 jumps. So it's squat jumps or squats. Normal squat. 10 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. Okay, and the last one. God, this is a tough warm up today, guys. Taking the stairs then. Okay, so walking or running up the stairs, strengthen or weaken the heart. Again, hopefully nice easy one for you. Yes, it strengthens your heart, okay? Taking the stairs, so let's do our 10 star jumps or tuck jumps. So I'm going to go to the easy option today. Back to star jumps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Warm up is complete, guys. So, for the next part of the lesson, you're going to need a couple of teddies, a couple of toys. I've got 2 bees, bumblebees, a few rolled up pairs of socks, and 2 wickets. Now, I appreciate not many of you will have wickets at home, so you can use chairs. Like for the last lesson, we used a chair, so you could pop a chair and another chair, or if you've got 2 teddy bears as well, or teddies, that's fine. Whatever you guys have got at home, you can use. And you need a little bit of space for this one, guys. So the wickets are around about 5 or 6 steps apart. 10 steps is a really good amount. So perhaps this one can be done in the garden or in the lounge if you've got enough space. But equally, whatever space you've got is fine. So if you've got 5 steps available or less, then that's also fine. And I've also got today, guys, a cricket bat. Now again, I know you're probably not going to have a cricket bat at home, and I don't want you guys playing cricket indoors with balls, etc., because you might end up breaking your mum's ornament, which wouldn't be good. So what we can use for this, if you've got a frying pan, you can borrow. If you've got a broomstick or an umbrella, anything you guys have got that's similar size and shape to a cricket bat, then that is good. Okay, so pause the video, grab yourself a quick drink, and come back to practice some of our next cricket skills. Okay guys, good job. So warm-up's complete, moving on now to the cricket skills. Alright, so what we need for you guys is to get your item. Okay, so your umbrella, your broomstick, your frying pan, whatever you've got. And we're not actually going to be batting today guys, we're not going to be hitting anything, we're just going to be trying to get in the correct position. Okay, so to hold the cricket bat correctly, we want to be, again, in a sideways stance. So similar to our start bowling, sideways stance, we want to have our neck and head facing the direction. So if the wicket's with you guys on the camera, if the bowler was you guys on the camera, I want to be looking at the bowler to make sure I can see when the ball's coming. I want your feet slightly apart, knees slightly bent, and we want to have two hands on the cricket bat. So one hand at the top, one hand at the bottom, and we've got a flat side and a pointy side. Okay, so obviously if you've got an umbrella, etc., it wouldn't matter. But if you have got a cricket bat, then always make sure that the flat side is facing the ball. Okay. This is a really small size cricket bat for me, so if I had a full size cricket bat, I shouldn't have been over too much. But we're going to have our knees slightly bent, head forward, and we're looking to have the bat in line with the wicket, okay, or your chair. So if I was batting like this, okay, and the bowler bowls a good bowl, I'm going to miss the ball completely, and it's going to hit the wicket, okay. So we want to be protecting the wicket, okay. So we'll make sure that we have our feet slightly apart, okay, and we're going to have the back protecting the wicket here. So even if I just sit still now and the ball bounced towards me, even if I just had a small swing on my cricket bat, hopefully I'd hit the ball, which therefore would stop the ball hitting the wicket. But we don't want to be too close to the wicket, guys, okay? I see lots of people that swing back. Oh no, they've hit their own wicket, and in cricket, that means you will be out of the game temporarily. So that's also not great. So when you do set yourself up, guys, make sure that you're a step or so away from the wicket. So if you swing the bat back, you should avoid hitting your own wickets. Okay, so the first challenge is, can you send a photo in of you holding an item, pretending it's a cricket bat, to try and get yourself in the correct position. Any photos I see that are in the correct position, without hitting anything, just in the correct position, we'll give 10 house points. Okay? So, if you've got someone at home with you, then you'll need their help. Okay? But if you haven't, then you're just going to have to try and practice on your own like I am. Okay? So, I'm going to start by one set of wickets. Okay? Now, if the person at home with you is willing to join in, get a pair of socks, and you're going to say to that person, I want you to throw and catch the pair of socks 10 times. Okay? If they do drop the socks, then they have to start again from zero. And if you've got a parent, or a nan and granddad, or an adult involved, I want you to challenge them to clapping. So they have to clap and catch, rather than just a standard catch. Any brothers or sisters or siblings who just do catches, adults, clap catches. Okay? Now, you're going to give them a number between 1 and 10. So let's start off with a 10. Okay, so your parent or your brother or sister would have to do 10 catches, successful catches, whilst you're running. Now in cricket, to score runs, points, we have to run from one wicket to the other wicket, placing the end of the bat down on the floor, not touching the wicket, guys. Remember, do not hit your wicket with your own bat or you'll be out. Okay, so you'll say go, your brother, your dad, whoever, will have 10 catches, and you're going to run and keep putting the bat down on the floor to see how many you can get before they get to 10. Okay? Now, if you're on your own, if you've got a watch or a stop clock, or if there's a clock in your room, you can set yourself a time limit of 30 seconds to see how many runs in between the wickets you can complete. Okay? So that's the first challenge. Hopefully it's clear enough. Give it a go. Pause the video. You've got about 5 minutes to practice, and then we'll move on to the next challenge. Okay? Okay guys, good job. Well done if you managed to complete that challenge. The next one, our final challenge for today, we're going to be mimicking a batter and a fielder position, okay? So I've placed 3 rolled up pairs of socks by one end of the wicket. Now this is going to be the batting end, okay? Now if you are allowed to, and you've got some space outside, and you've got a frying pan or a cricket bat, and you want to give it a go at batting, then of course if your parents allow you to do it, then great. If you're in your house, on your own, in your living room, then please, no batting guys, okay, for safety. We're just going to be using our hands today. So I'm placing the bat to the side. So, the batter's job is to hit the ball, ideally away from all the fielders and into the boundaries to score some runs. But the most important thing in cricket is to try and hit the ball. If you can hit the ball, you have a chance of getting some runs before the fielder gets it. So I'm going to be the batter with no bat. I'm then going to turn to the fielder, and I'm then going to see if I can hit the wickets. Okay. Oh, I also forgot I'm the bowler as well. So we're going to do 3 options. Okay, guys. So choose one end. Last week you practiced on your star bowling. Okay, so we're going to have a go at our star bowling again. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go star bowling. I hit the wicket, that's great, so that's me pretending to be a bowler. I'm now going to be a batter, so I'm going to hit the pair of socks into spaces, and then I turn into the fielder. So I'm going to run as fast as I can, I'm going to collect. You can't see me off the edge of the camera, but wherever I am, I'm going to pick up the pair of socks and I'm going to try and aim for the wicket. Okay, so you're pretending to be 3 different roles in cricket. So leave that pair of socks there. The next one, you'll go back. Again, have a go over to rock, starfish bowling, try and hit the wickets, collect, pretend to be a batter, hit, collect, wherever it goes, and then try to hit the wickets. Okay? One final go, bowler, good, batter, strike, into spaces, collect. And then fielder, from wherever you are, you're going to throw the ball, you're not going to run back. Lots of children run back and try and get close. But in cricket, if we're running back, that gives a chance for the batter to get back to safety. Okay, wherever we are, we pick up the ball, and then we aim, throw, and try and hit the wickets. Okay, guys? If you have got someone at home with you, and you're able to bat, so up in spaces outside, then you can use your parent or your brother or sister. One person would be the bowler, they'll bowl the ball to you, you would hit, and then you would run to get some runs, and whilst you're running, your person you're playing with will collect the pair of socks and will try and get you up by throwing the pair of socks or the ball at the wickets. Okay, guys? Bit of a tricky one today. Hopefully you understood that as best you could. Please send in the videos and the photos. Hopefully we'll see you back in school very soon. And please, no batting with balls indoors without permission from your mum or your dad. Alright guys, we'll see you soon. Take care.